Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Becky and I do stuff. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and spending a couple of minutes with me. I really enjoy seeing the slow growth and getting to interact with you guys. So if you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like at the end. It really helps out my channel. It just lets YouTube know that maybe someone else might want to see this video. So again, thank you so much, and let's get back into the video. Now, if you are one of my regular 20 viewers, then you would know that this wouldn't be my video if we didn't start off with some sort of lower body workout. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys, I've been kind of slacking with getting down to the gym. So to make up for it, I did decide to do a little home workout, nothing crazy, literally just 3 workouts. But I figured something was better than nothing, so I did it. And trust me, I did challenge myself. These, by the way, crab walks are killer. They're worse than Bulgarian split squats. This workout, in combination with some side leg raises with the cable machine, had my glutes, my entire glutes, on fire. So I will definitely be combining these two in the future more consistently in my leg routine. To be fair, yes, this was a really simple workout, but I felt really good afterwards. It would have been really easy for me to just lay down, not do this workout, and tell myself that I'll do it tomorrow. But these little changes and sacrifices I make will add up and will inevitably give me great results in the long run, so. And workout complete. Okay friends, now brace yourself for the state of this jacket I'm about to show you. This is my boyfriend's coat. His grandfather gave it to him and it broke in the armpit. As you can see, there's a huge slash and it leads all the way to the inside of the coat. I've told my boyfriend so many times that I want him to replace it and he refuses. He says no, his grandfather gave it to him. It's a nice coat, it's good quality, he doesn't want to get rid of it. That's fine. So I went to the Dollar Tree. I got this dollar sewing kit and I don't know how to sew, but I watched a few YouTube shorts. So we're going to go ahead and fix this hole together. I just figured I'd show you guys what came in the kit. I didn't use everything. I just basically used a yarn that matches the color of the coat. So like a navy blue. I used these 2 safety pins and just a needle. I'll be honest, I don't know the differences between all the different size needles. I just used like a medium one. Fortunately, the cut is along a seam, so it'll be pretty easy to fix. I'm just finding kind of where I need to fold in the fabric, and then I can secure those areas with the safety pins. And that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just using those 2 safety pins to act as like a guide so that I will be able to sew as neatly as possible. And now don't quote me if I'm wrong. Sewing enthusiasts, please don't crucify me in the comments. But this is the stitch that I'm using, and as far as I understand, it's the best one to use for like this cut that's along the seam, because it will basically disappear when you pull the stitch. Something I did notice in the beginning, that using such a long thread like I did makes sewing take longer. It takes me longer to pull each time through. I have to pull the string all the way up above my head. And it also sometimes will bunch in the seam, and then I'll have to kind of pick it and straighten it out, if that makes sense. It's annoying and it takes a lot more time. So in the future, I use a shorter piece of thread and I'll do it multiple times instead of trying to get one string for the entire cut, the entire rip rather, if that makes sense. Let me know if I don't make any sense in the comments. Like this right here, having to pull the string all the way up above my head every single time was really time consuming. But as you can see right here, I've done a little bit and it was looking really good. I was so excited at how good it was looking, so I told my boyfriend to come look at it. He's testing the strength right now and he seems pretty impressed. I also have to give credit where credit is due. As someone who crochets, not very well, but I do like to crochet, I didn't think that sewing would be as fun, but I had a lot of fun just sitting and just doing this one stitch over and over again. I had my YouTube video on in the background. My boyfriend was doing something, cleaning or making lunch. And so you can see a little better in this clip, but from that string up to the opening of the hole is what I've done so far. And look at how good it looks. Like, I can tell that I did it, but girl, if you're outside, you cannot tell that anything happened to that seam. I really feel like the ladder stitch is probably like the best stitch that I could have ever learned as a beginner, but I actually want to know what you guys think. If any of you are professional sewers or seamstresses, or you just know a lot about sewing in general, what do you think is the best stitch for a beginner to know? I'd really love if you guys could leave some feedback for me and also for anyone watching this video who is a beginner seamstress, so that we have like kind of a good jumping off point from people who are experienced. Thank you. Another thing here, you can see like the string that I'm using is still kind of long, but not as long as before, so it's a lot easier to pull through, and I get the little tangles in the loops a lot less. Also, once I start getting too close to those safety pins, I'll reposition them further up the line. And this right here is the best part about the ladder stitch, pulling the yarn. This basically seals the stitch and it closes up, so that seam disappears. Something I did notice with this stitch, if you have a long rip to fix, you want to do the pulling in smaller sections. So do a few stitches and then pull it taut, and then do another few stitches and then pull it taut, versus doing the entire stitch and then pulling all the way at the end. That may work if your fabric is loose and you're not sewing so tight, but for me, I had to do it in smaller sections because otherwise it wouldn't pull and I wouldn't be able to get that closed seam how it's supposed to look in the end. Again, I'm not a professional and I really don't know if I'm making sense, but this was just my process. And like I said, if you have any other helpful tips, you can please leave them in the comments. That would be greatly appreciated. Now this clip is a different day. I had finished the outside of the coat, but I wanted to still go in and finish the inside, so I'm taking some black yarn and we're just going to do the same process but for the inside, like armpit portion of the coat. I love a hobby like this where I can just sit in silence or maybe watch a YouTube video or something in the background, and my boyfriend is next to me doing whatever he's doing, and I can just be silent and just do my hobby, and there's not a care in the world. And fixing his coat actually made me realize how much fun this was, and it gave me a whole bunch more ideas of things that I want to try to do. There's so many articles of clothing in my house that I could fix. And I also thought about maybe getting into embroidering. Like, I could embroider my clothes that I have and make them less boring, or I could upcycle and make new pieces of clothing out of the stuff that I have in my closet. I think that would actually be really, really fun. And I've really been wanting to get out of my comfort zone lately as far as my style, but if I'm being honest, I don't even know what my style is. The clothes that I have in my closet are really just generic. I'm just not a fashion girly. I'll never be a fashion girly, but I really am inspired by people who are expressive with their style. Not trendy, but expressive. So please don't be surprised if in the future you guys start seeing a lot more clothing slash fashion slash sewing content. But with that being said, that is this project all complete. I'm so sorry for this weird angle. I'm really trying to work on getting a tripod so I get nice angles for you guys, but look at that. Look at that. Guys, I was literally shocked with my skills here. Like, it's gone. Like, the pocket is accessible. You can't see it in the inside either. The coat feels great now. Hey YouTube, so I just finished editing this video that you just watched, but I didn't really do an outro, so I figured I'd do that real quick. I did do my hair on my own. Let me know what you guys think. I still don't know how I feel about it. I think this like pattern is called like popcorn hair because of my natural like dark brown hair and then the blonde. I don't know how I feel about it. Also, this set that I'm wearing, they look a little crusty because I've worn them for a couple of days now, but this set, these nail tips are from Dollar Tree. They were $1.25 and I glued them with a UV gel that I have, and they've lasted me this whole like week. They haven't fallen off yet. So if you guys would like to see a video of me going over like some of my beauty things, like how I do my hair, how I do my own nails, things like that, let me know in the comments. Or if there's anything that you guys would like me to try that maybe I haven't tried before, please let me know in the comments. But other than that, I think that will be all for today. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching till the end of the video. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.